Have you ever wondered where Europe brushes shoulders with Asia in a land draped in myth, stone, and stories? In a country where ancient fortresses cling to canyon walls like secrets refusing to fall, and the vineyards sing the same songs they did centuries ago, Georgia stands, bold and breathtaking. This isn't the Georgia of the American South, but the soul-rich country tucked in the Caucasus Mountains, where East and West embrace like long-lost kin. Get ready to uncover 12 fascinating facts about this crossroad of civilizations, where every traveler is welcomed like royalty, and every corner tells a tale older than time. If you're passionate about hidden gems, ancient cultures, and cinematic journeys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a new adventure. Thank you for watching. Let's explore the wonder that is Georgia. Number 12. Georgia is really not Georgia. Tucked between the soaring peaks of the Caucasus Mountains, where Europe and Asia collide, lies Georgia, a country so culturally rich and geographically stunning that it defies all expectations. And no, we're not talking about the American state famous for peaches and pecans. This is Sakartvelo, as Georgians proudly call their homeland, a place where ancient traditions, dramatic landscapes, and warm hospitality create an intoxicating blend. Bordered by Russia to the north, Turkey and Armenia to the south, Azerbaijan to the east, and the Black Sea's turquoise waters to the west, Georgia spans just 26,900 square miles, about the size of West Virginia. But within its compact borders, it cradles snow-capped mountains, lush valleys, and vineyards that have produced wine for over 8,000 years, longer than anywhere else on Earth. Though technically in Western Asia, Georgia's soul is undeniably European. Wander through Tbilisi's winding streets, where Art Nouveau balconies overlook Byzantine churches and Soviet-era mosaics share walls with ultra-modern glass towers. The country's legendary Kartuli folk dance, recognized by UNESCO, is a whirlwind of precision and passion, while its polyphonic singing echoes through the hills like a living relic of the past. With a population of just 3.7 million, similar to Connecticut, Georgia punches far above its weight in cultural influence. Remarkably, the Georgian diaspora exceeds 10 million worldwide, a global network of expats who remain deeply connected to their roots. And then there's the language, a linguistic enigma that has baffled scholars for centuries. Georgian belongs to its own isolated language family, with an alphabet so beautifully intricate that it looks more like calligraphic art than writing. UNESCO has safeguarded this script as a masterpiece of human creativity, a fitting tribute to a nation that has preserved its identity against all odds. From its cliffside monasteries to its supra feasts that stretch into the night, Georgia isn't just a country, it's an experience, one that lingers long after you've left its borders. Number 11. The Cave City. Rising dramatically from the rugged cliffs of southern Georgia, the ancient cave city of Vardzia stands as a testament to human ingenuity and medieval engineering. This breathtaking complex, carved entirely by hand into the Arasheti Mountains, reveals its true scale only upon closer inspection. What appears as simple rock formations from afar transforms into a labyrinthine wonder. 13 interconnected levels containing over 6,000 chambers stretching nearly half a mile along the picturesque Mitkvari River Gorge. The visionary behind this underground marvel was none other than Queen Tamar, Georgia's most celebrated monarch, who commissioned Vardzia in 1185 as both a fortress and spiritual sanctuary. Walking through its narrow passageways today, one can still feel the echoes of its vibrant past. At the heart of Vardzia lies its crowning achievement, the Dormition Church. This sacred space, hewn entirely from living rock, features stunning vaulted ceilings and frescoes that have withstood 8 centuries of history. Among them shines a portrait of Queen Tamar herself, her image remarkably preserved as if time stood still. The city's brilliant camouflage was so effective that it remained completely hidden until a catastrophic earthquake in 1283 ripped away part of the mountain facade, exposing its secrets to the world. What makes Vardzia truly extraordinary is its scale and purpose. Unlike other cliffside complexes that served singular functions, this was a complete underground society capable of sustaining 2,000 residents. As sunlight dances across the honey-colored cliffs at dusk, visitors can almost hear the faint echoes of medieval chants and the clink of goblets from long-forgotten feasts in this most remarkable of cave cities. Number 10. The perfect wives and the hidden struggles of Georgian women. Georgian women carry themselves with a quiet magnetism that mirrors their homeland's dramatic landscapes, where European elegance meets Asian mystique. Blessed with striking Caucasian features, luminous fair skin, piercing dark eyes, and lustrous thick hair, they possess a natural beauty that needs no embellishment. But their true strength lies beyond physical appearance, in the complex duality of their modern identities. In Georgia's rural heartlands, women remain the keepers of ancient traditions. They masterfully juggle household management, child-rearing, and elder care, while preserving cultural heritage through generations. Their kitchens become classrooms where children learn ancestral recipes, folk songs, and the intricate Georgian language. Far from being confined, these women form the invisible scaffolding that holds communities together. Tbilisi and Batumi tell a different story. Here, a new generation of Georgian women strides confidently through corporate offices, tech startups, and art galleries. Fluent in multiple languages and armed with university degrees, they're redefining womanhood in the Caucasus. These cosmopolitan professionals balance career ambitions with deep cultural pride, proving tradition and progress can coexist. Yet shadows linger behind this inspiring picture. Despite Georgia's modernization, some rural communities still grapple with forced marriages and limited opportunities. The country's 2025 Gender Equality Report shows progress, but also reveals troubling statistics about domestic challenges. Many young women vote with their feet, joining Georgia's growing diaspora in search of freedoms their homeland can't yet provide. This tension between ancient expectations and modern aspirations creates a fascinating cultural paradox. Georgian women today navigate a delicate tightrope, honoring their heritage while rewriting the rules. Their journey reflects Georgia's own struggle to balance its storied past with an increasingly globalized future. Number 9. Mustaches, masculine pride, and a unique contest only in Georgia. In Georgia, a man's mustache isn't just facial hair. It's a cultural institution. While most of the world treats mustaches as mere grooming choices, Georgians elevate them to an art form. The annual Best Mustache competition in Tbilisi transforms facial hair into high-stakes performance art, where hundreds of proud competitors showcase meticulously crafted masterpieces that would make even Salvador Dali envious. Held each September during the vibrant autumn festival, this isn't your typical beauty pageant. Contestants parade down the runway with the swagger of fashion models, their waxed and styled mustaches stealing the spotlight. A distinguished panel, including top hairstylists, visual artists, and even a facial hair dermatologist, judges based on rigorous criteria. The perfect spiral of curls, luxurious thickness, healthy shine, and boundless creativity. Some competitors sculpt their mustaches into elegant arabesques resembling Black Sea waves, while others channel ancient warrior aesthetics with intricate braids worthy of medieval Georgian cavalry. The dedication behind these mustaches would put most grooming routines to shame. Forget quick shaves. Devotees invest up to 3 hours daily nurturing their prized facial hair with specialty oils like lavender-infused treatments or rare grapeseed extracts from the slopes of Mount Kazbegi. The most impressive specimens stretch over 12 inches, 30 centimeters, requiring dedicated combs and stronghold styling products typically reserved for haute coiffure. A revealing 2025 survey by Tbilisi University found that 72% of Georgian women associate mustaches with trustworthiness and attractiveness, a statistic that might explain why local businessmen, artists, and even politicians carefully cultivate their upper lip real estate. This cultural phenomenon offers a fascinating window into Georgian masculinity, where traditional symbols of virility meet contemporary self-expression in the most visually striking way possible. Number 8. The City of Love. Overlooking the emerald sprawl of the Alazani Valley in Georgia's famed wine region of Caucasus, the hilltop town of Signagi has earned the romantic title of the City of Love and lives up to it in every way. Home to fewer than 3,000 people, it may be small in size, but it radiates a timeless charm that continues to captivate both travelers and lovers from around the globe. What sets Signagi apart is its 24/7 civil wedding service, a rarity not just in the region but worldwide. Whether it's 2 p.m. or 2 a.m., couples, both Georgian and international, can get legally married on the spot, with nothing more than a valid passport and a willing heart. No need for lengthy paperwork, waiting periods, or official holidays. As of early 2025, local authorities report that over 6,000 couples have exchanged vows here. But the appeal of Signagi isn't limited to its marriage-friendly laws. The entire town seems designed for romance. Locals treat newlyweds like honored guests, offering heartfelt congratulations, a free glass of homemade wine, or even a small gift. Weddings here often spill into the streets, becoming spontaneous festivals shared by the whole town. Wandering the town is like stepping into a dream. Narrow cobblestone streets wind between pastel-colored buildings, terracotta rooftops glow under the sun, and balconies overflow with blooming geraniums. Cafes and wine bars line the main square, offering stunning views of the greater Caucasus Mountains in the distance. For the most romantic stroll, walk the preserved section of Signagi's 18th-century city wall, a 1.5-mile stretch dotted with medieval watchtowers that overlook the Caucasus Valley, where the world's oldest winemaking traditions still thrive. This isn't just a tourist destination, it's a love story waiting to be told. Comment and tag someone you'd like to take to the City of Love with you. Number 7. Festivals all year round. In Georgia, festivals aren't reserved for holidays. They're woven into the rhythm of everyday life, turning the calendar into a non-stop celebration of culture, food, music, and tradition. From the wine-rich valleys of Caucasus to the bustling avenues of Tbilisi and the breezy coastlines of Batumi, festivals unfold year-round, each one offering a different lens into Georgia's soul. Spring kicks off the season with vibrant local food and wine festivals. Farmers and artisans gather in open markets, offering everything from pungent handmade cheeses and wildflower honeys to natural wines fermented in traditional cuvevre, clay jars buried underground. In village homes and festival booths, you can learn the ancient art of shaping khinkali from local matriarchs whose skills have been passed down through generations. Summer turns up the volume with the Tbilisi Open Air, Georgia's largest contemporary music festival, which has grown steadily since its founding, and in 2025 is expected to draw over 60,000 attendees. The festival transforms meadows outside the capital into massive soundscapes, where indie, rock, and electronic beats carry on under the stars. For a more traditional experience, the Art Gene Festival showcases folk dances. By autumn, the entire country shifts into celebration mode for Art Valley, the ancient grape harvest festival. This is no mere agricultural task. It's a deeply spiritual, communal ritual. Families, friends, and even strangers join together to handpick grapes, crush them barefoot, feast at long outdoor tables, and toast with fresh wine. Even winter refuses to slow things down. Snow may blanket the Caucasus, but in cities and villages alike, Tbilisi celebrates the capital's rich history, with concerts, parades, and sprawling food markets. Meanwhile, the ancient Orthodox procession of Elilo takes place each January. Number 6. Life in the world's oldest city. With a population of around 1.3 million in 2025, Tbilisi is more than Georgia's capital. It's the living, breathing heart of a nation shaped by centuries of crossroads, conquest, and coexistence. Straddling Europe and Asia, the city pulses with a rare kind of diversity. Georgians live side by side with Armenians, Azerbaijanis, Russians, Jews, Kurds, Greeks, and Persians, all contributing to the city's vibrant cultural mosaic. Tbilisi's strategic location made it a key outpost along the ancient Silk Road as far back as the 5th century, and that legacy still lingers in its oldest quarter, Abano-Tubani. Within a few blocks, you'll find Georgian Orthodox cathedrals, Armenian churches, Muslim bathhouses, and a centuries-old synagogue, all standing as quiet testaments to the city's enduring spirit of religious and ethnic tolerance. The city's name comes from the Georgian word Tbilisi, meaning warm, a nod to the natural hot sulfur springs bubbling beneath the earth. These thermal baths, some of which date back to the 17th century, still operate in Abinotubani today. Locals and travelers alike soak in these mineral-rich waters, believed to ease joint pain and skin conditions. For Georgians, the bathhouse isn't just for healing. It's a social ritual steeped in tradition. But Tbilisi is a city of contrasts that unfold in layers. By day, climb the steep path or take a cable car up to Narikala Fortress, where you'll be rewarded with sweeping views of the Emtkvari River and the patchwork rooftops below. In the evening, wander down to the Dry Bridge Flea Market, where Soviet memorabilia, vintage cameras, hand-painted icons, and even decades-old mobile phones create an open-air museum of forgotten histories. Modernity thrives just steps away. Berlin-style coffee shops, art house cinemas, bohemian wine bars, and gritty underground techno clubs breathe youthful energy into the city's Soviet-era skeleton. Yet even among these flashes of modern life, Tbilisi keeps its unpolished charm. Ask for directions in broken Russian, and an elderly shopkeeper might walk you halfway there. Number 5. Free book stands in Tbilisi. In a country where poetry was once whispered in taverns and literature helped preserve national identity through centuries of foreign rule, books still matter deeply in Georgia, especially in its capital. Despite the digital age, Tbilisi's readers haven't traded pages for screens. On buses, in cafes, or sprawled out in leafy parks, it's common to see people engrossed in paperback novels, their fingers stained with ink rather than pixels. Wander through Tbilisi's back streets and boulevards, and you'll stumble upon hidden bookstores tucked beneath stone staircases or candlelit book cafes where patrons sip strong espresso while reading 12th-century epic love poems or post-Soviet political satire. But what truly sets the city apart is something far more grassroots: free public book stands. Across dozens of neighborhoods, from Vake to Marjanishvili, unlocked. Open-air bookcases stand quietly on sidewalks, outside bus stops, near playgrounds, or by corner groceries. There's no librarian, no security, no surveillance. Just a simple invitation. Take a book, leave a book. These wooden or metal cabinets, often stocked with everything from children's stories and political memoirs to battered poetry collections, operate entirely on mutual trust. As of 2025, local volunteers and nonprofit groups like Tbilisi Reads help maintain over 100 public book stands across the city. Some are shaped like vintage phone booths, others like tiny cottages or recycled bike baskets painted in bold colors and literary quotes. One popular book stand near the Dry Bridge Flea Market features rotating shelves and dragon illustrations, turning the simple act of borrowing a book into a whimsical ritual. Even vendors and buskers take part. A jewelry seller may pause between customers to finish a novel, or a retired teacher might slip a Georgian folktale onto the shelf for the next curious mind. There's no official system, just a shared love of stories and a city that makes space for them everywhere. Number 4. Georgians love welcoming guests. In Georgia, hospitality isn't just a custom, it's a sacred tradition. The moment you arrive, you're no longer a tourist, you're family. The legendary Georgian saying, "A guest is a gift from God," isn't just a phrase, it's a way of life. From the cobblestone streets of Tbilisi to the remote villages of Svaneti, warmth and generosity are woven into every interaction. Step into a local's home, and you'll instantly understand. In mountain towns like Mestia and Stepantsminda, families welcome travelers into rustic guest houses, where wooden balconies overlook jagged peaks and evenings are spent around crackling fires. Dinner isn't just a meal, it's an experience. Plates overflow with steaming khachapuri, spicy lobio, and slow-cooked chakapuli, while hosts share tales of ancient winemaking and Soviet-era survival. But the true heart of Georgian hospitality, the supra, a feast where food, wine, and tradition collide. Every supra has its tamada, a toastmaster who orchestrates a symphony of heartfelt toasts to love, to ancestors, to newfound friendships. Glasses clink with Saperavi wine, and strangers quickly become brothers. Even in modern cities like Batumi or Tbilisi, where life moves faster, the spirit remains. Pop into a tucked-away Marani, wine cellar, and the owner might just join you for a glass, swapping stories like old friends. Georgians don't just host guests, they adopt them. Whether it's a shopkeeper insisting you try a free church kela, walnut candy, or a taxi driver inviting you to his cousin's vineyard, the message is clear. You belong here. Number 3. Mushroom hunting in Georgia. In Georgia's rugged Racha region, autumn transforms the forests into a forager's paradise. As September arrives, a quiet excitement spreads through mountain villages. It's mushroom season. The forests, blanketed in golden oak and pine needles, come alive with hunters young and old, each carrying woven baskets and generations of woodland wisdom. This is no casual stroll through the woods. Mushroom hunting here is an art form, passed down through families. Seasoned hunters, some in their 70s, move with quiet precision, their eyes trained to spot the telltale curves of porcini hiding under leaves or the vibrant orange glow of chanterelles nestled in moss. The experience engages all the senses. The crisp mountain air carries the scent of damp earth and pine resin. Every rustling leaf could signal a hidden treasure, perhaps a cluster of saffron milkcaps, or, for the exceptionally lucky, the knobby white truffle that gourmet chefs covet. Local markets later buzz with activity as foragers sell their finds, where choice porcini command $20 to $30 per pound. Yet for Georgians, the true value lies beyond money. These forest expeditions serve as living classrooms, where grandparents teach toddlers how to gently twist mushrooms from the soil, where families share picnic lunches under ancient trees, and where the simple joy of discovery connects generations. It's a tradition that blends survival skills with celebration, where every basket filled represents both sustenance and stories to be told around winter fires. The ritual continues long after the hunt, as families preserve their bounty through drying or pickling, ensuring the taste of autumn lasts through the cold months. In Georgia, mushroom hunting isn't just about finding food. It's about keeping alive a way of life that honors nature's rhythms and the bonds between those who seek its gifts. Number 2. Food so good you'll forget to count calories. Georgia doesn't just feed you. It seduces your taste buds with flavors so bold they'll rewrite your definition of comfort food. At the top of this culinary revolution sits khachapuri, Georgia's answer to pizza that puts all other cheese breads to shame. Think this. A golden, boat-shaped crust cradling a bubbling lake of Sulguni cheese, crowned with a perfectly poached egg yolk and a generous slab of butter that slowly melts into the mix. Each 800 to 1200 calorie masterpiece isn't just food. It's edible architecture designed for communal feasting where proper etiquette demands you tear off crust pieces with your hands and drag them through that glorious cheese lava. Then comes khinkali, Georgia's take on dumplings that puts all others to shame. These plump, twisted dough purses hide a secret, a steaming pocket of spiced meat broth that bursts in your mouth at first bite. Locals treat eating them like a competitive sport. The proper technique involves holding the doughy top knot, carefully sipping the hot broth, then devouring the meat-filled pouch while leaving the twisted handle untouched. But Georgia's culinary magic extends beyond solid food. The country's Qvevri wine tradition turns fermentation into alchemy. Forget sterile stainless steel tanks. Here, grapes ferment in massive clay vessels buried underground, producing amber-hued wines that taste like the earth itself. With over 500 indigenous grape varieties still cultivated today, Georgia offers flavors you won't find anywhere else on earth. Archaeologists confirm what Georgians have always known. With 8,000-plus years of continuous winemaking tradition, this isn't just alcohol. It's liquid history served in a clay cup. Every sip connects you to generations of mountain farmers who turned grape juice into poetry. Number 1. Cost of living in Georgia. Few things surprise first-time visitors to Georgia more than just how affordable life is, especially for travelers and expats from the U.S., Canada, or Western Europe. Whether you're a digital nomad or someone seeking a slower pace of life, Tbilisi offers comfort without the cost. As of 2025, renting a one-bedroom apartment in downtown Tbilisi typically costs between $350 and $500 per month, with newer or more stylish units on the higher end. Move just a few neighborhoods away, and that price drops to $250 to $300, often with charming balconies or views of the old city. Utilities, electricity, water, gas, trash collection run around $40 to $60 a month on average, depending on the season. Getting around is a breeze and incredibly cheap. A subway, minibus, or bus ride costs 25 cents, 70 tt, and a monthly unlimited transit card is about $12 US. Compare that to New York City or London, and you're saving hundreds without sacrificing mobility. The metro is clean, reliable, and covers the key areas of the capital. Dining and groceries are just as wallet-friendly. A full meal at a neighborhood restaurant costs $5 to $8, and you can treat yourself to khinkali, khachapuri, and a glass of wine without breaking $10. If you prefer cooking at home, expect to spend $40 to $60 a week per person, thanks to fresh produce and local markets. A cappuccino at a quality cafe? Still under $2, and often far better than chain brands back home. Internet is fast and cheap, $10 to $15 per month for high-speed home Wi-Fi. And unlimited data mobile plans from providers like Magti or SilkNet go for $7 to $10 a month. Streaming, video calls, and remote work are easily supported, even in small towns. Because of these cost advantages, Georgia isn't just popular with backpackers anymore. Increasingly, retirees from Europe and North America are relocating to Tbilisi and Batumi, drawn by low expenses, modern healthcare options, and the relaxed lifestyle. Thanks for watching this travel documentary. Want some insider tips on what it's like to move to Georgia? Stay tuned. We've only scratched the surface of this beautiful land straddling Europe and Asia.